Welcome to an episode of Byron Saturdays, and this week I decided to talk about Highlander, which I picked up the 5-film collection, so I can talk about the other ones too, though I have to admit, talking about the original Highlander film for me is a bit difficult. Not because it's a bad film or an untouchable film in terms of its good qualities, because there are things you can nitpick about the film easily, but this is a film from my childhood I grew up with and was one of my favorite movies to watch back in the day, so for me, the nostalgia goggles for this film are like super thick, and it's almost unbelievable I actually can see out the other side. Just hearing the opening theme song of the movie alone made me start to smile. Um, I have to admit, you gotta give it to the Queen soundtrack there, with songs like "Give Me the Prize," the opening theme, "Princes of the Universe," and of course you got "Who Wants to Live Forever," which Breaking Benjamin did a cover of, so that's a song that's definitely lasted a lot longer than most would probably think it could have lasted. But I suppose that song does fit Breaking Benjamin's style quite a bit, considering how much they like to be on the downer sometimes. Don't take that as a negative comment about the band, because I actually do enjoy quite a few of their songs. Um, but yeah, I find it hard to be super critical about the original Highlander film, though there's things I can say about that definitely aren't positive. For one thing, you have the relationship between Connor and Brenda, which feels a bit shallow nowadays when you watch it at an older age. Like, it just seems to come on very fast for no real reason. Sure, you have earlier meetings, so it's not like they're just met and all of a sudden they're making out. I mean, that's better than you can say about the second film, which is basically what happens in that one. Yeah, I'll nitpick about that one again, but yeah. At least with the original film, they had that bad dinner date and met at the bar, which also went poorly. Or she followed him and got caught up in a fight with the Kurgan early on. I mean, at least they had more scenes together than, a scene. There's also other things you can really nitpick. Like when you watch this S come down from the silver cup sign, they're obviously using wires when they do it. You can actually see the tension on them as they're pulling it down forward. There's other little nitpicks too. Like when Brenna's putting away her gun, she puts it in the second to top shelf. Yet when Connor is going through her stuff and finds it, he pulls out the top shelf of her jewelry case or whatever it was. At one point, you actually can see someone that's actually on the film crew filming the film in one of the shots. Yeah. And there's other little nitpicks you can go off there between continuity or the makers, making it obvious that this is a film because they have little slip-ups. I think at one point I actually saw a wire on Connor, too, while he's in the air. Really didn't edit out very well. When he's going through the quickening after taking the Kurgan's head off. Well, I guess it doesn't really cut all the way off. He just cuts it deeply enough that he becomes nearly headless, and that's just good enough. Sadly, it wasn't good enough for nearly headless Nick. On the plus side, though, we do have a lot of fights that I enjoy. Albeit that's just because they're fun to watch. Sort of reminds me of my childhood, too, because I remember every now and again my brother and I would fight by swinging sticks at each other. Or, parts of I think a mic stand at one point we had. A really cheap one that was made of plastic, but we basically would broke into pieces and would swing them at each other. That's just how it goes, when you have brothers. You gotta hate each other with sticks, okay? That's just how it works. So yeah, the fight scenes aren't very good, but they have emotion going for them, so they can compel themselves forward. It's sort of like when Obi-Wan fought Darth Vader on the Death Star. Sure, it wasn't a very long fight, but there's a lot of heart and feeling into it, so at least you cared about what happened. And the Kurgan is an excellent villain. A true worm. A psychopathic worm, but a worm. It's just hard to hate on Clancy Brown's character. He's just one of those characters you love to hate, like Frieza or something, okay? Like, you love to hate him. Unlike the villains in the second film, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, overall, Highlander still holds up fairly well in my opinion. It's an enjoyable ride if you want to take it, but it's definitely not without its flaws. Till next time then, see ya.
There can be only one.